The remainder of this lesson concentrates on formula. Remember, a formula is just an equation which generally has fewer actual known numbers in it, or known values, but it does have quite a few pronumerals, but often the pronumerals do mean something. So for instance, if we look at the formula for the area of a rectangle, if we represent A as area, L as the length of the rectangle, and B as its breadth or its height or its depth, we call that breadth usually, then we know that the area is equal to length multiplied by breadth. Using that information, and if we now look at a triangle, and there's a formula for the area of a triangle, and that's area is equal to half of the base of the triangle times its height, and the height is its perpendicular height, so there is the perpendicular height of the triangle. You'll notice it's also the same as the breadth of the entire rectangle. Now, why is the formula of area of a triangle equal to half base times height? And if you looked at base times height, or breadth if you like, then that's the area of the entire rectangle. Okay, I want you to think about it in this way. Why is it equal to why is the area equal to half of the area of the rectangle? Let's take this rectangle here in orange. Okay, now if we want to split it in half diagonally, we can, and half that area is taken up, or half the area of the rectangle becomes part of the triangle. Looking at the other rectangle on the other side here, you can see there's another rectangle, and if we split that in half diagonally, then the other half of the area of the rectangle is also part of the triangle. So therefore that's where the area is equal to base times height, but divided by 2. That's the formula for a triangle. So now what we're going to do is try a little bit of substitution into that formula, and we'll show you exactly how to go about that, because there's a few little tricks to it. So using the area of a triangle, so let's just write that formula down. It's base times height over 2, or half times base times height over 2. We want to find the area if the base of the triangle is 10 centimetres, so we can put 10 for the base of the triangle, and its height is 6.5. So there is its height, 6.5 centimetres, and then divided that by 2. So let's pop that into the calculator. 10 times 6.5, and it's got to be 6.5, and divided by 2. You can do all of that in one step, and you've got an area of 32.5. Now the answer isn't centimetres, we're looking at units of area, so it's how many squares of 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre are in this triangle, and it is 32.5, 32.5 square centimetres. Think of a square centimetre as a little square with dimensions 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre. So 32.5 of those. Now we're going to use the same formula in part B, but this time our base is given to us as 2 metres. So base is 2 metres, but the height is 80 centimetres. Now to substitute into any of these formulas, we need to make sure that we're using the same sets of units for measuring base and height. So for instance, I can get an answer in square centimetres, but then I've got to convert the 2 meters to centimeters, and there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, so that would be 200 centimeters multiplied by 80 centimeters. Let's write that down. 200 multiplied by 80 over 2. Now those 2's will cancel out, so I've really got 8 and 3 zeros, and that answer is in square centimeters. Sometimes it's written as centimeters squared, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, the other thing I could have done was to convert both those measurements to meters. Well, the first one is given to us as meters, but 80 centimeters is 0.8 meters. So I could have substituted in using meters, and that would become 2 multiplied by 0.8, that's the height in meters, divided by 2. Those 2's will cancel out, and the answer is 0.8, and now it's meters squared or square meters. So just remember, when you are substituting into a formula, you're substituting in values that have real application, so they're measured. You need to use the same set of units for measuring. You might need to do a little bit of conversion there. Okay, last one on this page. We're going to use the formula to find the height. So this case, we're given the area and we're given the base, but we're not given the height. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's write down what the formula is. And now let's substitute in the numbers. Area is 42, that's in square centimetres. Our base is in centimetres, so that's fine. And we don't know the height, so we're just going to put in h for height and then divide by 2. Now you can see you can cancel out a little bit there. So we've got an answer, and I'll just take it up here where we get some room. Well, we haven't got an answer yet, but we've got an equation which is 42 is equal to 5 times h. And of course we can find h by dividing both sides by 5. So let's do that on the calculator. 42 divided by 5, and we've got an answer of 8.4. Now what is the unit? Well, base was in centimetres, there it is, and area was in square centimetres, so we have an answer of centimetres for height, and it is 8 centimetres. The other thing we could have done was transpose the formula, and that's what we're going to do next. As you can see, I've substituted directly into the formula here as it was given to me, but I can change it round to rewrite the formula as h is equal to something in terms of area and base. So that's what we'll do on the next page.